All right, guys. Sorry, I am a couple minutes late. We'll push back the call by 90 minutes today, just because I had my mom's late birthday celebration. Um, and then, yeah, I just had a call 30 minutes before or 30 minutes ago, just a client check-in call that I actually needed to go to. So, yeah, sorry, I'm 5 minutes late, but with no further ado, let's get into it. So, Rob,
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Good, good. No Kieran today?
No, I told him to take a break because he did 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, sounds good, man. All right. So when a client wants to pay by check or by e-transfer, how do you frame it so they want to pay by Stripe instead? I had a sales call like last week where they just didn't want to pay through Stripe.
Did they explain why?
Well, at first they offered check. She said she wants to offer me to pay by check, and then I sent her it was an in-person meeting, so I sent her the Stripe invoice.
No, so the first
Um,
time it comes up, just say, hey, sorry, we do everything via Stripe. Like we take we auto bill clients with their credit card. Um, and if they ask why, just go, hey, because most agencies have to spend 40% of their time catching up with client invoices and stuff like that. So we want to make sure we can get clients the best results possible. So less billing for us means less billing hassle for us means better results for you.
Okay, because the problem was she didn't like trust the invoice. Like she didn't trust the Stripe company.
Well, I mean, then you show them their company revenues in the last year
Okay.
and just go and look, just go like, I mean, I tell sometimes clients have to do in the first month, and I go, if it absolutely like if it's absolutely necessary, then yeah, we'll do it in the first month. But if not, then but from the second month, it's gonna have to be via Stripe.
Okay, sounds good. Because what I ended up doing was actually she offered check and then I ended up going for e-transfer.
Hmm.
But now for the next month, how would I move it to Stripe?
What do you mean?
So she ended up paying me for the first month through e-transfer. Now how do I transition it to Stripe from here
Well,
on
once again, you just have that same conversation
in? Same conversation.
of like, hey, it's that same conversation of, hey, like, um we like to spend less time dealing with billing and whatnot, and more time getting clients results. So for that reason,
Yeah.
you know et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, that makes sense. And the trust issue shouldn't be an issue anymore, anyways.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. All right. So when you talk about the 12 root vegetables and nuts and like the anti nutrients, and like how they don't want to be eaten, are you talking about like lectins? Is that
Well,
what you're like referring to?
yeah, well, partially.
Okay. What else? Like, is there like the reasoning behind it?
Well, I mean, that's honestly the main thing. But yeah, you got to think about, like, even like people love like seeds and nuts, but seeds and nuts don't want to be eaten. They want to be like, rooted in the ground. So that way, like that's basically their way of like reproducing. So,
Yeah.
so obviously they're going to have stuff in there that's inflammatory to beings that eat it. So hopefully they don't eat it.
Okay. Sounds good, man. And then in terms of water, what kind of water do you drink, dude?
Huh?
In terms of water, do you just drink like normal filtered water, or do you do anything specifically?
So I only drink yeah, I only drink San Pellegrino LaCroix. Man, I sound like such an entrepreneur. I only drink San Pellegrino, LaCroix, or Fiji. So yeah, I don't know. It's
Okay. Got you.
yeah, and it's probably a little wasteful. I think, I don't know. San Pellegrino I always like, just because they have good minerals in there. Like, I actually am a big fan, and I drink out of the glass ones. So I guess that's fine in terms of recycling and whatnot. But yeah, I think when I move to my next place, because I'm going to be moving in the next few months here, I'll get like one of those machines that filters, and then you can also choose the pH of it.
Yeah, I've been thinking of getting one of those too. That's why I asked. Um, are you like revealing yet where you're gonna move, or is it like undecided?
Um, it's decided, but I'll reveal it maybe in a few months, maybe when I actually move.
All right, sounds good, man. All right, last question. a few weeks ago you said you invested in library.
Yep.
I was kind of wondering like what was the decision making process behind that?
Well, people are getting censored on YouTube. You can't. Free speech doesn't exist anymore. So for that reason, I think it's important to have something that's fully decentralized, and something like BitChute isn't decentralized. Like library is like actually decentralized. So they, the SEC just tried to go after library, and you can't.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in that case, like, have you ever thought of like moving or adding your personal brand onto like BitChute library?
Yeah,
A few other ones out
I've been
there.
thinking about library for sure.
Okay, sounds good. Are you gonna move on that, or because in theory you just get more library tokens? And
Yeah, I think so.
all right, sounds good, man. All right, man. That's all for me.
Yeah, cheers.
See ya.
All right. Up next is Alex.
Hey man, how's it going?
Going well. Yourself?
Doing good, thank you. So I'll get right into it. So first question was pretty much I'm in the process of like finding a media buyer, and I've had a couple meetings with potential media buyers, but every time I have a meeting with one of them, it seems that they always have like a team of people behind them. And I know you mentioned not to like go for that. I don't know if would you say if they are like working with a team to just kind of cancel it out, or what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, 100%. Because you're working with an agency at that point.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I was thinking as well. I wasn't too sure about that, so all right, yeah, I'll definitely cancel them out. But I'm mainly looking for like a freelancer, right? Someone contractor.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then I heard you mention like the 2 call close now, and that's something I was interested in hearing a little more about. Like what would you be going over in that first call, and then that's different from the second call?
So the first one is really just like you're really not doing any selling there. It's really just getting as much information as possible. Now, keep in mind, like, so I do it technically, it depends whether you count Danny's call as one or not, because Danny does the demo call, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Danny does the 15-minute demo call, and that is across the board, right? Yeah, that's across the board. So anyways, with that being said, Danny will do that. Then based on that, if it's an easy enough deal, then in that sometimes I'll do on my end, technically, what is a 1 call close, right? But on my end, it might be technically a 1 call close, or I might split up into 2 calls if it's a bit more of a complex deal.
Okay, so are you kind of like feeling it out with the first call almost, or?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I'll even go into the call and I'll be like, I'll say like the first thing I'll say is like, hey, by the way, just a heads up. I know it's super frustrating, but I won't be able to make you an offer to work with us on this call. I just have to get some more preliminary information. And then I mentioned, I say it to them. I'm like, hey, as I said, I know it's super frustrating, but it's better it's better, we go into this slowly than rushing in and, having it blow up in our face.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's all I had. So thank you for that. And I know you were doing some stuff with boxing and all that kind of stuff. Are you planning on doing any more things like that to test like your body, different things like that? But
yeah,
I'm just curious about it.
Yeah, I think maybe later on in the year, I want to I think I want to do like, 90 days or something of just like everyday tennis or everyday boxing. Like those are the ones that interest me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
All right. No worries. All right. Up next, Neamul. Sorry, I butchered your name. Hello.
Hello, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm new to this agency incubator, and then for some reason I can't join the Facebook group. and I've been trying for quite a lot of time.
Interesting. Can you just reach out to support@greatagency.com, and then if you can't do that, then just reach out to Kieran personally on his Instagram.
Yeah, I tried with the email. I sent support agency as well, and I haven't got like any response.
Can you drop your when did you do it? Because we had this issue with Help Scout. Like we had to it took like a month
Okay.
or something. Apparently our emails kept going into spam. So I don't know if you checked your spam.
Okay. Yeah, I checked my spam and still haven't got like a response.
Interesting. Can you just drop your email here? I'm just gonna send a message to Kieran.
Okay. Should I put it on the chat?
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect. All right, awesome. I just sent a message to Kieran on Slack.
Also, I've got another question. How important is week 2 in the whole agency incubator?
Probably the most important week.
Okay. So after I finish the whole course, do you think I should go back to week 2 and like thoroughly go through it again before I start my SMA journey?
No. Start your SMA journey, but I think it's something useful to revisit.
Okay. So when do you think I should like start? Like after I finish the course or
No.
straight away? Because I'm on week
Yesterday.
5 right now.
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Like you just need to dive into it because at the end of the day, look, let's say I don't care if you have 2 hours a day or you have, 8 hours a day to work on this thing, right? Whatever it is, you should be spending whatever it is. You should be spending like if you have 2 hours to work on it or you have 8 hours, you should be spending 80% of whatever time you have on. You should be spending 80% of whatever time you have on outreach, and then the 20% you can spend on finding a media buyer or going through the course, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Yeah. That's all the questions I have. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Awesome. Cheers. All right. Roman.
What's going on, you man?
Not
How's the carb caffeine detox going?
much. Pretty
Back
shit.
in the flow?
No, I'm
Pretty shit still?
I think I need one more day. It's been like 3 days, and yeah, I just think I need one more day.
Oh yeah, no. All right, man. Listen, my question. I had a call earlier, with a brand, and they were basically looking for someone to start. The earliest probably end of May because they still have to handle their production because they have a lot of retailers reaching out to them, but they just basically can't deliver the product because they're based in Paris and whatnot, and the production is, I don't know, in England or whatever. So I was really pushing for a second call. Also, given he actually has a partner, which I found out later in the call, and I was like, hey, maybe you should have a second call, because I told him maybe I would be willing to take down like a payment, and then basically what you did once, and then where you like take the payment first, and then you start whenever they're ready, and you have everything ready to go, and then so whenever they say yeah we're ready, we can start running the ads right away. So, but then he really like pushed me to send him a follow-up email. Just wanted to hear your take on it. Like, what would you put in the email? Should I still push for the call heavy, for the offer that I made him?
When does he want to start? Like, what's the timeline?
So he was basically Yeah, so he was basically saying that they're looking for like to start late May, the earliest.
Mhm.
So
Look, so in that situation, it's pretty far out. I think I think you just need to, I think you need to pencil in a call near that time.
near closer to the end of May
Yeah.
instead of, yeah. Okay. And just so no proposal, anything like that, just pencil call end of May. Okay.
Yeah, you can send
All
a
right.
loop.
Sounds good.
I'd send a loom just going over everything that you guys have touched.
Okay. Send a loom and then just okay. Go over what we touched on and then say, are you are you free end of May to have a second call or?
Yeah, yeah, to touch base on this.
And should I do this sooner rather than later?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, dude.
Awesome.
Thanks. That was it. Thank you.
Cheers. All right. I'm next, Mateo.
Hi, Heyman. I'm new to the group. It's really pleasure to speak with you, to meet you. How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Thank you. So I want to do a quick presentation because I have a follow-up question.
Mhm.
And so I basically help credit advisor and mortgage brokers here in Italy. And so, yeah, this is my niche. And my questions regarding to like sales call, objection handling. And for example, at the end of the sales call, when a potential client say, I have to check the budget or I have to talk to my business partner, even if you see like they're interested, like what would be like for you a good thing in order to put like urgency for closing the deal somehow.
So just remind me. So give me a little bit about like the timeline at the moment.
Timeline, or what do you mean?
Like when do they want to start?
Usually like would start with them because I have different sales call, of course, but like straight away, you know, I'm trying to, of course, push the things as soon as possible. You know what I mean?
So
Like if you have any
I guess my question.
objection to say, yeah, sure.
So what's their thing? Like, what are they saying? Hey, I want to wait for the right time, or like, can we do this in a month instead, or like what are they saying?
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, depends. Some they say I will do it like I will check in the next month because I have to figure out some stuff. Others say I will talk with my business partner and let you know. And then what happened is like most of the time, like you don't hear them back. You know what I mean? I think it happened to you maybe at the beginning somehow. And so yeah, if there are any way maybe to somehow put this urgency, you know.
So what's happened in this situation? You guys got off the call and what? They're not responding, or
Yeah,
like?
I get off the call and maybe they try to follow up them and they don't answer anymore somehow. Some of them, of course, not everyone, because I use LinkedIn and hopefully I can meet a lot of people. Now I have 8 clients, but I want to grow more, you know. But yeah, some of these people somehow they fake, I don't know, they fake it, you know. Like I will let you know next week, and then they
So
don't
that's the
write you
thing.
back.
So that's the thing. You should never get off the call without having some sort of, action taking place. Whether that's a follow-up call, well, either that's them signing, either that's a deposit, either that's a
Okay.
follow-up call, right? So the issue is you're just taking their, like you're taking their word for it, and you're not giving any pushback of like, Okay, great. So, you need 72 hours to let it marinate. Awesome. Let's book in a call at this time.
Okay, yeah, you mean like book the call for the follow-up always, like,
Yeah.
for example, on Wednesday. Yeah, okay, yeah, got it. And okay, and like another quick question, like my niche, as I told you, is like it's a really weird because I do like personal loans, lead generation, mostly, also with mortgages, but mostly personal loans. So my question is, do you think like in the UK it's somehow possible to be in this niche, or do you have any experience or hear someone working on this?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have no experience with it. Yeah. That sounds like a
Okay,
very, it sounds like a very
because
interesting niche.
it sounds like a what? Sorry.
Sounds like a very interesting niche.
Yeah, no, like commission are pretty good actually, because you generate loads of lead, okay? Maybe you close one out of the 30 leads and like you get average like 800 euros per commission net, like the consultant get.
Mm.
So yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know how it works in the UK. That's why I wanted to ask you
Yeah.
this
Unfortunately,
question.
I have no experience with it.
And okay, no worries. Okay, thank you. That's it. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right. Cheers, dude.
Thank
All right. Well, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end of our question list. Not too many people turned out today, assuming that's because of the change, the 90-minute time change. But yeah, hopefully that gave opportunity for some people to ask questions uninterrupted that don't usually get a chance to ask questions. So yeah, as always, guys, been a pleasure, and I shall see you next week. I'll be back on next week. Looking forward. Thanks, guys.